And we're live. Well, welcome. It's nice to be here, everybody. It's nice to be here. We're going to have a wonderful variety of discussions to talk about today. Just got back from my Zumba class. And I am exhausted. I'll tell you what, I think I've diagnosed myself with having increased muscle mass bone density disorder. I think it has to do with my inability to follow the steps quickly as they do. Therefore, I'm a day late and a dollar short. And what I discovered was when I was doing some moves last time, I got like all these hits, and I'm surprised. So somebody was kind of spying on me on my dance moves. It appears you folks like my dance moves, so, well, you saw another side of me. Okay, so that's a side that most people don't see, and somebody was filming it unbeknownst to me, and so we're going to discuss that. So that being said, we're back here for the following week. We have a lot to talk about, so let's get on it, okay? Well, first of all, Facebook family, I want to thank you for all the words of support and encouragement for the Eric Hoffer Book Award, that I received about a week ago. What that tells me is that people are reading it and getting something out of it, and that's what it's all about. I don't write books to get awards. I write books to help people, to inspire people to change, to get people to look at themselves, to do something different, to maybe get rid of some unwanted behavior. So that's one. That means a lot to me. So I'm looking at myself as the little engine that could. So we're just chugging along, doing what we need to do to get where we need to go. If the word can get out that my book can help a lot of people, then that's what it's all about. So I appreciate that. Okay. Also, I'm speaking next week at Cal State Dominguez Hills at the Women's Conference. Okay, it's called Connecting Women to Power Conference. I'm going to talk about limiting beliefs and what people can do to get out of that place where they find themselves, they're unable to move or move forward. So that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to be on the panel, and we're going to discuss some of the limiting beliefs that happen to us or that are created from our past, so we can make sense of them, so we can move on. Okay, so that's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to that. We're going to film it there, so we're going to try to get a lot of that on tape. So once that's filmed and it's edited, we're going to put it on Facebook so you can see what it was all about. My goal is to enlighten people, get them to understand, why they do what they do. All right, so that's really important. So that's what's up with that. The book club today, I belong to a book club, and each month we have to read a book. Sometimes these books are long, but I really enjoy it. Probably some books I would have never read if I didn't join this book club. And today we're going to use When Nobody's Home as part of the book club. All right, we're going to use my book. So actually, the author is going to be right in the same room as the book that's being discussed, which is going to be interesting. So what's going to happen is they're going to critique it, and we're going to they're going to ask questions. We're going to discuss each chapter. They're going to give their input. So this is going to be good for me because they're going to lay it on the line, and they're going to divulge the truth. And the goal is to come up with maybe some new strategies.
Your book club is going to be competing with Oprah's.
And that we're going to not only strategies, but their opinion. What'd you think of it? Could I have done different in other areas? So, the goal is so this is going to prepare me for Oprah. That's what we're going to do here. Okay, that's the goal here. So that being said, the book club is really exciting tonight, and I'm looking forward to it. A little nervous, but hey, you got to keep going. You got to just take it. All right, handle it. And accept what happens, and don't let it make you crumble. All right. So the topic of the day, I saw this great article, and it was about. Her name is Sheryl Sandberg, and she's the CEO of Facebook. All right, and she gave a talk to the graduate students at Berkeley, and she talked about her life because what happened, part of her life, and what triggered this article or the conversation was the fact that her husband had died of a heart attack while they were vacationing in Mexico. Okay, and she talked about how that death, it just consumed her. And so my guess is she went to get to talk to someone about it, and this topic that came up, or so we say mode of, I won't call it therapy, this mode of discussion came up, was called the 3 Ps, okay? And it was founded by a psychologist named Martin Seligman, okay? Very interesting. It's called the 3 Ps. And the 3 Ps are this. One is personalization, okay? Number 2, it's pervasiveness, okay? Pervasiveness. And number 3, it's permanencia, okay? Or permanence, excuse me, permanence, all right? I've learned some new words hanging around certain people. And I've created some new words hanging with those people, so pardon me on that. So what this has to do is basically, you know, how do we see the world because of situations that happen to us. So the one I'm going to talk about today is the one called personalization. And I like this. It's really succinct. It's to the point. You know, it's easy to understand, and it goes like this. Is the lesson that not everything that happens to us because of us. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. Is the lesson that not everything that happens to us happens because of us. Okay? So how many here have gone through life and situations have happened, events have, you know, shall we say, unfolded, and we think it's because of us. Or we think we have some control over it. Or we think we had something to do with it. Okay? So the whole thing is this, is that we can only do so much on this planet. We can only do so much with the abilities that we have. We can only do so much with being human. Right? So if you are the kind of person, or if you are the person who thinks things happen because of you, you need to rethink that and take a look at that. Take a closer look, okay? How much power do we have or control over, or how much control do we have over situations, all right? If I would have came 5 minutes early, if I didn't say those things, all right? If I didn't do that in front of them, you know, what does that all mean, and how much control do we have, and you know, how responsible are we for the people who are in that small circle in our lives, you know, that may be watching what you do. So those are the things to think about, okay? And here's a quote from her, and she says this. She goes, "It wasn't until I learned about the 3 Ps that I accepted that I could not have prevented his death." And we're talking about her husband, okay? "His doctors had not identified his coronary artery disease, and I was an economics major. How could I have?" How could she, right? So look at your life, look at what you have said, or look at what you've done, look at what you've said, look at how much control you have, and think of the things that, you know, that other people have done, and that you maybe, I'm going to say it, you may be blaming yourself because of your actions or words. How much control do we have? All right? Somebody's sick, in her case. She's an economics major. How would she know? She's not a doctor. All right? Sometimes doctors miss. All right? They don't know. So that being said, think about that. Basically, what we're trying to do, what I'm trying to do, or people in the helping field are trying to do, is to get you off the hook so you don't carry unnecessary emotional burden, all right, in your life. So guess what? So other people don't pay for it. Okay? So I know that's a little heavy, all right, but I hope you find it enlightening. Next time we're going to talk about pervasiveness, okay? And that's going to add to the part 2 of the 3 Ps, all right? So we're going to break this up a little bit. So again, I'm going to thank all my Facebook family for the support from the the Eric Hoffer Book Award. That's really appreciative. We're going to keep plugging along. We're going to try to keep getting it out there. And for those who supported what you saw as a dancing human being making some moves that you probably have never seen before. I didn't pull any muscles, so that's cool. Okay? And that being said, y'all have a great week. All right, we're going to talk again next week. I'll let you know what happens at this women's conference at Cal State Dominguez. Okay? And the following week, you know, we're going to talk at the Signal Hill conference. All right, a lot of big wigs there. So we're doing little steps by little steps. Okay. So the little engine that could is still chugging along. All right. You guys have a great day. Take care. Please be good to yourself and be good to others around you. And if you find yourself getting sucked into a situation, take a step back and ask this one question: what am I paying for? All right. Have a great day. Bye.